Franklin TV Sports presents Franklin High School Girls Lacrosse. Today, on an absolutely picture-perfect day in the town of Franklin, Mass., the Franklin High Panthers, with a record of 12-1, take on Attleboro High's Big Blue team, who comes over to town with a record of 6-6. Hi, neighbors, and welcome to Piscini Stadium in Franklin. I'm Pete Royce. I'll be calling all the exciting action of this Hockomock League matchup between two old foes, Franklin and Attleboro. Working alongside our producer, our director, our camera operator tonight, this afternoon, Meredith Robertson. Franklin in the home white. They are on an absolute roll, having won, 10 games in a row. Make it 11 in a row. They lost the second game to Westwood, and then they've been on a run of 11 straight wins. In Fort Attleboro, they've been up and down, a 500 team overall, 6-6. But in the Hawk, they're a very respectable 6-4. The officials for today's game are Paul Feeney and Anthony Perry. And here we go. We're underway. Franklin going from left to right. Attleboro with the opening draw, going from right to left. So glad you're with us here on Franklin TV, and we're streaming on YouTube. In goal for Franklin is Maisie Streisman. What a year she's had. We'll tell you about the Attleboro goalkeeper a little bit later. She's very good as well. One of their captains, as Attleboro will go to work here. Their goalkeeper is Peyton McAuliffe. She's only a junior. The ball is mishandled, and Franklin with the steal. A violation here, though. And we'll see if they're going to turn it back over to Attleboro. And now the official is coming over to the sideline. And I don't know if there's an issue with the clock or what it is, but he's coming over to his bag that he brought over. And I don't know if he didn't have a piece of equipment, but it's an official's timeout. And Franklin will be going still on defense. So they turn it back over to Attleboro. And they have it. Having trouble with it, goes out of bounds, and on the turnover, Franklin will have it for the first time today. Franklin 12-1, perfect in the Hawk here this year. As usual, playing great. And in the Hawk, they are 9-0, and they are 3-1 in non-Hawk action. We'll talk about a big win they had on Saturday as they take it upfield for the first time. And with it there is Sophia Sacchetti. McAuliffe digging in goal with the white sweatpants. Franklin holds, coming through, good passing, ball is on the floor, the shot there, and the score. The score is made by Franklin's Clara Blogesteiner, and Clara opens it up early on at 10:26, and she makes it 1-0 Panthers. Blogesteiner, only a freshman, having a great year in her first year on varsity. Clara Blogesteiner makes it 1-0 Franklin. So that didn't take long. I asked Coach Kristen Igo-Garino about her opponent today, and she said they're good. They're kind of in the middle of the pack, but we have to be at our game to come away with a victory. And a good start here for Franklin. And Attleboro was coached by Carrie Beeland. Beeland is an Attleboro player. She was on the first Attleboro team that ever came into being several years ago, maybe 10 or 12 years ago. Kristen Igo-Garino, a graduate of Boston College. Beeland is a graduate of Salve Regina University in Newport. Attleboro trying to get the tying goal here. Very patient on offense is Big Blue. Going to work it around. In front. Holding for Attleboro is Jordan Riley. Riley loses it. Now it's picked up by a teammate. And Riley back. triple team. The foul called as Bella Cavallini had it. And it's going to be a free start for the big blue team. This is Cavallini. Bella charges, she shoots, and she's shoved it high over the crossbar to the back line, and Attleboro was there to cover. They'll retain possession. 1-0 Panthers. That was a good look for Cavallini. Ball comes out, and Cavallini again on the retreat, picks it up. Down in front, and that is a misfire and a save by Streisman. Maisie Streisman had it. She's going to leave it on the ground for a teammate, and the Panthers start out. This is Morgan Lovell on the right wing. Her pass is caught and now bobbled and now picked up by Gabby Consigli. This is Consigli. Franklin looking to get a 2-goal advantage here. Sophia Sacchetti. Now underneath it comes, right around the goal, back to Consigli. This is Vera Hansen. Over to Blagesteiner. She's got the lone goal so far for the Panthers, the lone goal in the game. Everybody with a touch here. The Panthers working it around. Coming through, taking the bump, the shot there, the save by McAuliffe on the shot by Izzy Cross. Franklin, again, the shot there, and is a goal, I believe. Let's check it out. It's a goal, and I think that's Izzy Cross. Cross makes it 2-0 Panthers. Izzy Cross playing some great lacrosse for Franklin. In fact, in their recent game at Longmeadow, I want to talk about that. This goal comes at 7:30, so about 3 minutes after the previous goal by Blagesteiner. Cross scores. Cross had 5 goals in the nice win on Saturday at Longmeadow. Longmeadow, one of the teams that's been around a long time in girls lacrosse, boys lacrosse, 2 for that matter. Franklin won 12-8, and Izzy Cross, who just scored now, had 5 goals in that game. Franklin with the important draw, heavy collision there. And that's going to be a foul on Franklin. The foul is called. Attleboro back, trailing it now 2-0, first period. Attleboro's had some close games. We'll tell you about that. Cavallini shoots. It's too high. And the Bombardiers are there to pick it up and retain possession. 7 minutes to go in the period. 2-0 Franklin. Cavallini. No, this is a different player. She shoots. Block there. And that's a violation on the shot by Amelia Collins. Amelia Collins, a talented player. She's only a junior, and already she has a school that's interested. She's going to be going in 2 years to the University of New Haven. Collins on the free positional start. She charges, she shoots. Her ball is low, picked up by a teammate. And they keep possession. Back to Cavallini. Bella drops it here for Riley. Jordan can't shoot. Ball is dropped. It's still on the turf, now picked up by Attleboro. With it there is Abigail Titmus coming through, holding. Now she's going to go behind the net. Franklin digging in front of Maisie Streisman. Cavallini spins through, a whistle and a violation here. It's going to be a free positional start for Bella Cavallini. She's going to be going to Bentley College. She's a senior. She's got the free start here on the left wing. Right outside the 8-yard arc. She comes through. She is pushed out of the way, and no foul called. She went down hard as the Panthers take it back, denying Cavallini. Franklin quickly flips the field. This is Panthers with the charge, the shot, and the score. It's Izzy Cross again. Izzy Cross makes it 3-0. Cross with her second goal of the game. 3-0. That goal comes at 5:03. Izzy Cross picking up where she left off at Longmeadow, where she had 5 goals. She's got 2 here in the opening 7 minutes of play. How about the denial on the free look for Bella Cavallini? At the draw now, Franklin doing a great job winning draws. They're playing really good inside that center circle. And taking the draw there for the Panthers is Kendall Moan. Franklin wins it again. They charge up, the shot there. Ketty lights up in the Panthers with that 4-0 lead. 3 different scorers have scored, 2 by Cross, 1 by Blogesteiner, and 1 by Sacchetti. Franklin on top, 4-0. Moan looks for the draw. It's on the turf. And now Big Blue has it. They're coming the other way. Short pass is caught. And that was taken by Amelia Collins. Player falling down for a moment. And it comes back out deep for McKenna Stokes. Flipped short to Collins. She goes by Mia Collins. Official name is Amelia. This is she with it, Collins. Good D by the Panthers. And the Bombardiers take it behind the line. Left wing, back out top for Cavalletti. And Cavallini, I should say. This is she with it. Cavallini way out deep. 3:50 to go in the period. Cavallini holding. No time clock in girls lacrosse. Cavallini is fouled. And that's going to be a violation on the Panthers in a free look. This one is going to be out at the arc. Coming through, the shot there, and the goal. A goal there by their great player, Bella Cavallini. So she makes it 4-1. Cavallini scores. Bella Cavallini scores at 3:20. So 1:30 after the last goal by the Panthers, and Big Blue was on the board, trailing it 4-1. As Bella Cavallini, the Bentley commit, puts the Bombardiers on the board, 3:20 to go. Franklin leading now 4-1. Ball is in the air. It's going to go all the way upfield. And on handled, ball is on the turf, and the Panthers come out of the pack with it. And now they lose it from behind. Losing it was Maeve Grasso. Coming back to Attleboro, trailing it 4-1, 2:25 to go in the fast-moving first period. Not a lot of stoppages here in quarter number 1. 4 12-minute periods. Titmus comes through, gets the shot off, the save by Streisman, and she gathers it in. Maisie Streisman. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Franklin starts it out. Nice speed there for Callie Joyce. And the Panthers take it up into the attacking zone. Izzy Cross, 2 goals so far. Gabby Consili will set things up for the Panthers. Back to Cross. Siketti. Now out to Julia Flynn for Clara Blogensteiner. She got the opening goal. This is Vera Hansen now. Everybody with a touch for the Panthers. 1:20 to go in the period. Vera Hansen back for Sophia Siketti. A little flip pass to Hansen. Down closer. Peterson. Siketti, her shot is blocked, and she's fouled, I believe, inside the first arc. No, it's going to be a simple violation on the Panthers, and the ball will go to McAuliffe in goal. Less than a minute to go here in the period. McAuliffe drops it on the left side. Here comes Attleboro trying to get closer. They trail it 4-1. With it there is Ashley Cordero, and she drops it for Ryan Mooney. Cordero, 26 seconds to go. Violation on Franklin. Quick start here. We play on. Pass is caught beautifully by Kaya Hannon. Hannon draws a double team. 15 seconds to go. Hannon has it taken away. Nice steal by Blogesteiner. Clara with 7 seconds to go. Time winding down. Franklin gets the shot off the save by McAuliffe. No, it was a goal. It was a goal with no time remaining. Franklin with the goal. And I think that's going to go to Blogesteiner. How about that at the buzzer? Franklin scores. They had an idea that time was running down. Unofficially, that's Blogesteiner at 0-0, right at the buzzer. We've seen Franklin over the years score in the last 10 seconds. I've never seen a buzzer beater like that, as we'll give it unofficially to Blogesteiner, who has 2 goals now, and the first period comes to a close with Franklin on top, 5-1. Wow, I have seen the Panthers score 7 seconds, 8, 5, but never with zeros on the board. And Blogesteiner unofficially gets that tally, makes it 5-0 Franklin. Taking a look at the Franklin season, we mentioned they are 12-1. The only loss came in game number 2 on the season at home against Westwood, 12-6. Westwood, a perennial powerhouse. And they lost that one on the second game of the season after having a good opening game win versus Leominster, 15-6. So 2 non-league games to start the season for Franklin. They had another non-league game in the middle of the season at Weymouth, where Franklin won 18-10. They will be playing a non-league game on Wednesday here. It's the rainout from the earlier scheduled game hosting Bishop Feehan. So that'll be Wednesday at 5:30, and then they'll finish at Natick, home to King Philip at Franklin, and then on the road at Concord Carlisle. It's a tough schedule for the Panthers, but they love it because it builds strength for them heading into postseason play. And the regular season ends for Franklin 1 week from this Thursday. May 22nd, home here at Concord Carlisle, and that'll wrap up the regular season. Where has this spring sports season gone? It seems like we were just here in the cold days of the end of March, and now with here a beautiful day, about 73 degrees. It is breezy here at Piscini Stadium, but a spectacular day nonetheless. And Franklin has opened up a 5-1 lead over Attleboro. So we start the second period. Franklin's done well on the draws. Kendall Moan has been in the circle for Franklin. And we'll see who's drawing for Attleboro, it's going to be McKenna Stokes, the junior. Officials Paul Feeney and Anthony Peary have it ready to go. This is Peary. And it's controlled by Franklin. The goal from right to left now here in the second period, leading it 5-1. And Moan will get off after winning the draw. Franklin will take it down now under the goal. Just the start of the second period. Pete Royce with you, Meredith Robertson alongside, producing today's game. This is Blogesteiner. Sicchetti. Erin Peterson now. Franklin into that deliberate, structured play. They'll be looking for cutters to attack the net, waiting for the right opportunity. Vera Hansen off the left shoulder, still holding. Gets closer, makes her move. She's going to shoot. The save by McAuliffe, a beauty. And she picks it up at her feet. Peyton McAuliffe stopped Vera Hansen. And out comes Big Blue with the ball, trailing it 5-1. Heavy traffic there, and a whistle and a foul against Franklin on Ryan Mooney. Be a fresh start. They'll go backwards with it, will Big Blue. Now they get near midfield. Another foul called, and that one is against Franklin as Ashley Cordero tried to take it upfield. Franklin with some good pressure. And they're trying to win the ball, and they do. They steal it into the offensive zone. Peterson gets it over to Blogesteiner. Clara, the freshman with all that poise. Just holding it. She leaves it out for Julia Flynn. Back over now to Juliana Owen. Cross to Peterson. Erin looking for cutters. Gets one in front. Beautiful pass. The shot there. And the goal by Vera Hansen. As Franklin is on the board again here in the second period. Vera Hansen becomes the fourth Panther to score. Unofficially, we have Blogesteiner with 2, Sicchetti with 1, and Cross with 2. Now Vera Hansen scores, makes it 6-1. Score comes at 9:52 in the second period. 6-1. Hansen picked her spot and got it past Peyton McAuliffe. McAuliffe for Attleboro in her fourth year as their starting goalie, and she has a save percentage of greater than 50%. That's very good for the senior goalkeeper for Coach Kerry Beeland and Attleboro. Panthers take it back with that 6-1 lead. Izzy Cross. Consigli, Franklin. Not a lot of subs. I don't know that there's been any subs yet in this game. Sophia Sicchetti is Cross. Izzy in front, spins through, can't get a shot off, and she'll take it back. Drops it out front for Sicchetti. Sophia, she's going to shoot, and she's going to score. She goes low. It may have been right about at the ground level when that entered the net behind McAuliffe. And a nice goal there by Franklin. And that makes it 7-1. So Franklin scores it. At 9:12 is the score. I believe that was Sicchetti. We'll give it to her unofficially. So she's got 2, if that's true. Here's Attleboro. Not a lot of offense for Attleboro here in the second period. They do draw a foul in the offensive zone, and they'll have a free start in the middle of the field. And with it there is going to be Jordan Riley. Riley charging, coming through. She can't get the shot off. It's stolen. The Panthers take it back. 8:42 to go here in the second period. 7-1 Franklin. On the rush out here for Franklin is Callie Joyce. Blogensteiner, she shoots and she scores. Blogensteiner, we believe that's a hat trick for Clara. And it's 8-1. That score comes at 8:28. Blogensteiner now with unofficially 3 goals. And a whistle and a timeout called by Coach Kerry Beeland. 8:28 to go in the game. Talking to Coach Beeland before the game, she feels her team and her program is getting there. And she's excited about this match today. She did say that Attleboro will be a tough opponent, very strong. But she also said in the 3 years that she's been head coach at Attleboro, her team has become more and more competitive with Franklin. Now, the scoreboard doesn't show that right now, trailing at 8-1, but apparently there have been some real lopsided scores early on in her tenure, not that long, but lately she feels her team is coming on. And taking a look at the Attleboro schedule so far to date, they're 6-6, but 6-4 in the Hawk. They lost on the road opening up the season at Bridgewater Raynham 12-7. Then they reeled off 3 consecutive Hockomock wins by some pretty good scores. 19-4 versus Taunton at Taunton, 10-7 home to Canton, and 17-3 at Stoughton over Stoughton. Then 2 losses, one to KP, 12-5. Then a tough loss to Fian, 10-9 in overtime. As Fian scored early on, sudden death overtime win. Attleboro came back with a win against arch rival North Attleboro, 9-6 at Attleboro. Defeated Milford, 21-11 at Milford. Then lost 2. First home to Foxborough, 17-13, and then on the road at Mansfield, 12-8. Then they came back and hosted Mansfield the very next game, 5 days later, and they defeated the Hornets 11-10 in overtime. And then their last game out, not a good one, they lost at KP, 15-5. So they're 6-6 on the season, 6-4 in the Hawk, 0-2 in non-league play. And after today, they'll be at their rival North Attleboro on the 14th. That will be Wednesday with a 3:45 face-off against, as I said, their rival North Attleboro. So that's the rundown on the Franklin opponent, the North Attleboro Big Blue. As it's right now 8-1, Franklin enjoying the lead. And after that Franklin goal, I believe Coach Beeland called the timeout. So Moan again in the circle for Franklin. Looks like a new face-off person for Attleboro. Tell you who she is in a moment. And for Attleboro, it's Bella Cavallini. And it's the Attleboro Big Blue with the ball. This is Jordan Riley. Cavallini, you can see her athleticism on display there. In front, ball is dropped but picked up by a teammate. That's Abigail Titmus. Jordan Riley. Back to Collins. Mia loses it. Gets it over to a teammate who just saved it in time, Abigail Titmus. And Attleboro will continue their offensive play. 8-1, Franklin with the lead, 7:40 to go here in the second period. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV. We're on YouTube as well. Good defense by the Panthers. Ball to the back line. Attleboro has it. This is Menutol. Sarah. Back out for Cavallini. She's holding. In front, good position. The shot there, it's saved by Streisman, but it goes over to Attleboro. Nice block there by Streisman. Couldn't secure it, but she steered it away from the goal, out of harm's way. This is Cavallini. Bella. Can't go. Still holding. And she'll come back out with it now. Bella Cavallini. To Cavallini, she goes down. No foul on the play. Refs letting the girls play. And here come the Panthers. Callie Joyce gets the ball up to Sacchetti. Sophia charging through, bad angle, and she'll take it behind the net. Sophia still holding, looking for cutters, finds one in front. The shot there, and the goal by Franklin's Izzy Cross on a beautiful pass from Sacchetti. And Cross makes it 9-1 at 6:18 here in the second period. A beautiful goal there by Izzy Cross. So Cross now with 3. We believe Blogensteiner has 3, Sacchetti 2, and Hansen with 1. And that's your total of 9. Franklin has scored the last 5 goals after giving up a goal at 3:20 of the first period. But since then, a goal to end the first period and then 4 to start period number 2. 6:18 to go here in the second period. 9-1, Franklin on top. Moan on the draw. Flynn hustles for it, and now it's picked up by a Panther. Moan battles for it on the fly. Player goes down hard, no foul, and with it for Franklin is Morgan Lovell. Lovell has Cross on the left side. A couple of players have gone down hard, and the ref's letting the girls play. Franklin will slow it down now, take it behind the net. With it there for Franklin is Liza Kudish. Sacchetti. Cross. Peterson. Erin charging through. Right in front. She shoots and she scores. Erin Peterson. Nice fake by Peterson. And she found the slot she wanted. It was low. And she scores at 5:26. And Erin Peterson makes it 10-1. Now, technically, once a team has a 10-goal lead, 10 or more, the officials have the opportunity to call running play. I don't think it's absolutely mandatory, but it is available should they say the game is one-sided enough to warrant that type of clock management. We'll see what happens if Franklin can get a 10-goal lead. We often see it in the second half, but very rarely do we see that invoked in the first half. Franklin back again. Out in front, Sacchetti. Sophia. Peterson, who just scored. Not a normal scorer is Peterson, but she worked it beautifully and found the bottom of the net. We mentioned the good save ratio by McAuliffe, but not so today against this red-hot Panther offense. Julia Flynn with it. Just holding. Flynn just taking her time. Panthers with the big lead. Sacchetti from Flynn back to Flynn. Now she works it a little more crisply down below. Franklin gets it to Blogensteiner, her shot, and the goal. Clara Blogensteiner makes it 11-1. Goal comes at 4:32. And for Blogensteiner, we believe that's her 4th goal. It's 11-1. The clock is not running. Score comes at 4:32. We'll see what happens here. It is a 10-goal lead. It's going to be Moan on the draw against Bella Cavallini, the senior, heading for Bentley in the fall. 11-1, Franklin on top. Moan and Cavallini at center circle. In the air, popped up high. It's going to be controlled by McKenna Stokes of Attleboro. No goals for Big Blue here in the second period. We're more than midway through with 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Out top now for the Big Blue. It's going to go over to Titmus. Stretch catch there on the right wing by Kaya Hannon. With it there now is Mia Collins. Titmus gets through two, and now she has the ball knocked away and picked up in there beautifully by Maeve Grasso. Now she loses it. Back comes Attleboro with a scoring opportunity. Charging there. Now they drop it out deep. Titmus again. Picked up and hounded there by Owen. Coming through, the shot there, and it looks like, was it a goal? No, it wasn't. A good save on the attempt by Titmus. We stay at 11-1, and Franklin will start off in their white uniforms with navy trim. Out across midfield for Peterson. In the open space is Blogensteiner. She's got 4 goals already. Clara will hold and wait for her teammates to set up. We're at 2:38 here in the first half. It's all that remains. Back to Clara. On the left wing, Sicchetti to Juliana Owen. Blagensteiner. Gabby Consigli checks the defense, looking for cutters. Several go through. She holds on. She's going to get a pass in front. Nice catch there. No shot attempt. In front now, the shot and the goal. Juliana Owen makes it 12-1. Juliana Owen. She scores at 1:50, and now the clock is moving. So now the clock is moving. We'll see if that continues. It's 12-1. Clock is running time at the moment. We've not seen this too often in the first half to run it, but it's a 12-1 lead. The draw here for Kendall Moan and Cavallini. No, it's going to be, yeah, it is Cavallini. Cavallini wins it. And she gets it up field. The pass there is loose, but picked up by Cavallini. Just eluded Flynn. Cavallini can't go with it. Ball knocked loose, and coming out of the pack with it is Juliana Owen. Owen with less than a minute to go in the period. Franklin on top, 12-1. Some pressure here by Attleboro. Some forechecking. Ball is dropped. Now picked up by the Panthers. In the game for Franklin now was Hannah Blogensteiner, the older sister of Clara. On the run is Cross. Cross for Peterson. Aaron back in front. The shot there and the goal by Franklin once again. And this time pumping it home is Gabby Consigli. It's 13-1. Panthers. Consigli's first goal of the game, I believe. That goal comes with 24 seconds and the clock is running. Gabby Consigli joins the scoring parade. 13-1, 10 seconds to go. I doubt that they'll get a play off here to end the first half. 2 seconds to go. Referee just looking at the clock will not put the ball in the cage, and he will put it in his pocket, and we will be at halftime. Franklin led after 5-1, but they scored 8 straight goals in this period, 9 overall in the game, and they lead it at halftime by the score of 13-1. We're going to take a 5-minute break and come back for the second half. At halftime, the score is Franklin Girls Lacrosse 13, Attleboro Girls Lacrosse 1. The second half is next on Franklin TV. Welcome back to Piscini Stadium on the Franklin High campus. 73 spectacular degrees here in Franklin for this matchup in the Hockomock League between Franklin and Attleboro. Franklin leads it 13-1. You know, before the teams get started, we'll give you some of the rankings of the latest MIAA poll, which was out Friday, so here we are on Monday. There'll be a new poll tomorrow, but as of Friday, this girls team for Franklin was ranked 15th in the state, and the boys are 17th in the state, boys lacrosse, softball number 13 in the state, and baseball number 24 in the state. That's after Friday's competition. So we'll have a new poll out tomorrow, and if we're on the air with you Wednesday for the Franklin girls lacrosse game, we could perhaps update you with the latest rankings at that time. Here we go to start the second half. We'll have running time here. Franklin leading it 13-1, and they're in the home white. The ball is controlled by Big Blue. Haven't had a goal since the first period. Good second period for the Panthers. Coming in here with a good pass. Now it's dropped. It's going to be a turnover against Attleboro. And Franklin will start on offense for the first time. Maisie Streisman has been perfect. Only one has gotten by. Whereas Franklin has peppered their goalkeeper, Peyton McAuliffe, and 13 have gotten by her. Franklin looking to get going here now in the second half, leading it big. Erin Peterson, and she'll drop it for Gabby Consigli. A skip pass to the top for Clara Blogensteiner. What a rising star is Blogensteiner in the Franklin lineup. Only a freshman. Cross down at the X for Erin Peterson. Erin holding, and she drops it over to the left side for Sicchetti. For Vera Hansen. Good to see Vera back now a few games in a row after some early season injury. The pass here, the shot is blocked and is controlled by McAuliffe in goal. So small of stature, but a very dynamic player, according to her coach. And now the steal by Franklin. Vera Hansen nabbed it, picked it off midair. Vera will drop it out top for Juliana Owen. Erin Peterson back to Juliana. 10:22 to go in the third period. Clock should be moving the whole time unless there's a timeout or an injury. This is Hansen, and she'll loop one back for Owen. Behind the line it comes to Consigli. Faking, holding, gets it on the right side now, out deep. Sorry, up on the right side. Cross has it behind the goal. Izzy comes around, ducks her shoulder, it goes low. The save by McAuliffe, a beauty. Comes back, and now a whistle, a violation here. It's a foulation on Franklin, and Attleboro will have the ball with 9:41 to go. They go backwards for a moment, now gather themselves and get their offense moving. 13-1. Some daylight for Attleboro. Nice pass in front. Now the ball is stopped, but a foul called. This is going to be a good look for McKenna Stokes. She'll have the free position outside the first arc. This is Stokes, a junior. Stokes waits the whistle. She gets it. She can't shoot. Now she does. Her shot is high. Goes to the back line, and Franklin picks it off. Back there for the Panthers is Hannah Blogensteiner. And Franklin releases quickly to midfield to Consigli. A nice pass up front for Clara Blogensteiner. Franklin passing so good. It's such a pleasure to see them in action when they move the ball around. 8:39 to go. Franklin 13, Attleboro 1. No scoring here in this third period, but Franklin with the huge lead. Chance to get some subs in the game as well for Coach Kristen Igo Guarino. Peterson will loop it out deep. Juliana Owen for cross. Izzy coming through. Ball is knocked away, but a save there by a new player on the field, Ruby Rizjan. Ruby came out of the open space with that ball. Clara Blogensteiner now with under 8 to go in the third. Clara comes through. She's going to go low, and she is going to score. Blogensteiner, I believe that's 5 goals for Clara. And it's the first goal of the second half. Franklin leads it 14-1. The goal comes at 7:40. Clara Blogensteiner gets the goal, and for her, that's a 5. A handful of goals unofficially for Blogensteiner. Franklin leads it 14-1. Kendall Moan on the draw again with Bella Cavallini. The clock is indeed running with running time. And Moan and Cavallini at midfield. Referee Paul Feeney satisfied. The ball is in the air and is controlled by Franklin. Callie Joyce. Joyce ducks her head and races upfield with it. And she's going to take it baseline, drop it at the line for Sacchetti. Franklin has it around. This is Blogensteiner. So that was Cross, not Sacchetti, who dug it out behind the goal. This is Callie Joyce. Skip pass for Owen. And now it goes to Rizjan. Ruby Rizjan. Out top, Owen to Blogensteiner. 5 goals unofficially here today. Clara holding. Right side. Coming through. Gets the shot off. And is that a goal? Yes, indeed. It's a goal by Liza Kudish. Kudish makes it 15-1. Goal comes at 5:56. Liza Kudish makes it 15-1. Franklin, 2 quick goals. It took them 7:40 for the first one here in this period. But they've been on a roll. 9, 10, 11 straight goals after the lone goal they gave up. Check the time on the goal. They gave up 3:20 in the first period to Cavallini. That made it 11-1, but right now that made it 5-1, but right now it's 15-1. No, that made it 4-1. So it's 11 straight goals by the Panthers. 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Picking it up is McKenna Stokes. Stokes to Cavallini. And Isabella Cavallini angles to the left, and she'll slow things down with the ball. With it now is Mia Collins. Collins comes through with her shot and the goal. Mia Collins scores. Mia Collins makes it 15-2. Hard-earned goal by Mia Collins, the second goal scorer. That goal comes at 4:30. Breaks a run of 11 straight goals by Franklin. 15-2 now with 4:10 go left. Clock moving here at Piscini Stadium. Remember, Franklin next will be here on Wednesday night. That should be a dandy. A 5:30 game. Franklin will host Bishop Feehan High School. That's 5:30 here, Wednesday, late afternoon. We'll start in the afternoon. We'll finish in the evening. That's a rain-out game that was from an earlier date that was rained out with the heavy rain we had here at Franklin. That was originally going to be played back on Saturday, April 26th. But we move it to this Wednesday at 5:30. Franklin against rival, the Shamrocks of Feehan. 3:28 to go here in the period. Cavallini. She is one of the 2 big blue goals. Charging through. Baseline. Spins through. Off the right side. She shoots. It's blocked. Picking it up is no one. It's going to roll to the sideline. And Attleboro is there to save it. picking it up is Mia Collins. She's got the other goal, along with Cavallini. 3 minutes to go in the period. A whistle and a foul here against Franklin, in a free look for Sarah Menutol. She'll have the free look. Menutol is a senior. Right inside, right at the 8-meter mark, right at the circle. Here's the shot there. It's blocked, and it's saved, and a nice save on the free pass there, as Streisman did the job for the Panthers. She's going to air it too high, but it's picked up by a teammate along the sideline, and they can't control it. Taken back by Cavallini. Bella with it, holding, and she drops it, but she'll chase it down and will retain possession with 2:10 to go here in the period. Franklin on top, 15-2. Mia Collins holding it. Round it goes. With it there for Attleboro was Lily Rumley, who's in the game. Cutter's going through, but no pass attempt in front. And Collins will hold for Attleboro. Collins reverses, comes around, takes a hit, and that's going to be a foul called here against Franklin's Morgan Lovell. It'll be a free positional hit outside the fan, outside the second arc, for just inside the second arc for Attleboro. It's Collins. She comes in. It's blocked by Streisman on a beautiful save by Maisie Streisman with 1:09 left in the period. Attleboro will retain possession. Collins in front, charging the shot there, and the goal, a wicked shot by McKenna Stokes. Stokes makes it 15-3 at 59 seconds. McKenna Stokes. So 2 out of the 2 straight goals here by Attleboro. Makes it 15-3, still that 12-goal lead, which will keep the clock running time here with 10 or more goal lead. 30 seconds to go in the period. 2 straight here by Attleboro after Franklin scored the first 2 goals of the period. Ball is wrestled for. They're going to call a violation here against Franklin. And Attleboro looking for more. Stokes gets the pass down low in front. The shot is saved by Streisman. Recovered by the Big Blue. Time winding down. Cavallini holding, charging. There's the horn. She could not get the shot off. So Franklin did the job on defense to end the period. So that period was a stalemate. Franklin with 2 goals. Came this way at 7:40. Clara Blogesteiner. We have her for 5 now on the game. And the next up, less than 2 minutes later, was Liza Kudish for her first goal that made it 15-1. But then 2 straight goals, one by Mia Collins at 4:30 and one by McKenna Stokes at 59. Gives your third period score 15-3. Franklin on top. Franklin, with just a few games left after today, Franklin will host 2 more games this week and then 2 next week, and that is it for regular season play. Franklin will be hosting Fian on Wednesday at 5:30, then at Natick. That should be a great game on Friday. That's a 4 o'clock start. Then back here a week from today against rival King Philip, 3:45 start. Then the Franklin finishes on the road a week from Thursday. That would be May 22nd at Concord Carlisle, a 4:30 start. So Attleboro has met its match here today. They were 6-6 on the season, 6-4 in the Hawk, but here Franklin came out really sharp. Talking to Coach Kerry Beeland before the game, and she was happy with the program. She feels she's got a good foundation now built, and she's looking to get more players in the system in youth lacrosse. She did tell me that her entire team and some other fans will be going to Gillette Stadium Memorial Day weekend for, get this, the college NCAA Division I men's and women's lacrosse national championships. It'll be Division I at Gillette, and that'll be a contest where the two top teams will play. It'll be the girls on Friday and Sunday, and the men on Saturday and Monday. That's excellent. The national championships at Gillette on Memorial Day weekend in college men's and women's lacrosse. And that coach Beeland was telling me she's got a bus of 40 going down in Gillette for that game, for that series. I don't know how many of those games they're going to take in, but good for them to pick up the sport of college lacrosse and take it in. Franklin going from right to left now here in the fourth period. Running time, 12 minutes. Barring injury, this period should take 12 minutes. Here's Sacchetti. Or timeout. Blogensteiner. Owen to Hansen. To the baseline. Franklin controlling it with the big lead. Julia Flynn with it. For Blogensteiner, what a game she's had. Remember, Cross had 5 goals last Saturday against Longmeadow. And we have Blogensteiner with 5 today against Attleboro. In front, unable to shoot, is Sophia Sacchetti. Still holding, though. And she is going to pass it down. A skip pass, rather a pass on the right wing for Vera Hansen. Vera gets it to Blogensteiner. Clara looking for her 6th goal. She's going to shoot. A whistle blow right as she released. I believe the ball went in the net, but it won't count because there was a foul just before she released. That's unfortunate because it looked like she had it in the goal. So it'll be a clean start here for Blogensteiner, looking for her 6th goal. She charges, she shoots, and she scores. Blogensteiner with 6 makes it 16-3. Clara Blogensteiner, I don't know what her career high, but that's going to be right up there with 6 goals. As Clara Blogensteiner scored it at 10:26 of the fourth and final period. So it's 16-3. Franklin here in this half has outscored Attleboro 3-2, so fairly competitive second half. But Franklin with the big lead, so there's no pressure on them, that's for sure. And Kendall Moan will take the draw at midfield. And she's lined up with McKenna Stokes, who's got a goal here today. Stokes wins the draw. Ball is on the turf, and Franklin will come out with it. Nice recovery by Juliana Owen. She's going to aim it over for Morgan Lovell, but it's out of bounds, and on the turnover, the ball will go back to Attleboro. 9:20 to go here in the game. Collins is fouled, and she'll get a clean look. She was double teamed by Maeve Grasso and Juliana Owen. Foul was called on one of them, and it'll be a free look here for Collins. She's got 1 goal here today. Collins awaits the whistle. She charges, she shoots, and she scores. No, it is Collins. It's Collins, Mia Collins with the goal. Makes it 16-4. Mia Collins with her 2nd goal. That comes at 8:45 of the fourth period. And Collins now with 2. Stokes with 1. And Cavallini with 1. So it's 16-4. Collins with 2, Stokes with 1, Cavallini with 1 for their 4 goals. Play on with 8:05 left in this one. The draw here is won by Stokes. McKenna Stokes on the left wing. Still in running time here in the fourth quarter. with the Franklin 12-goal lead. Should Attleboro score 3 in a row, then we'll go back to standard clock management, but right now the clock will run. This is Collins, 2 goals today. Off the left shoulder, charging, does not have a good angle to release, and she'll take it behind with 7:30 left. Out in front, comes out there, little gust of wind blowing our papers around here in the booth. Titmus with it for Attleboro. Now on the left side, played down at the X. In front, coming through, ball is stolen away, picked up by Attleboro. Back to Titmus. Attleboro looking to close the gap a little bit. Ball is on the turf, wrestled for it. Franklin comes out with it, and on the dead run, picked up beautifully in there by a Panther. And that was picked up by Emma Bissinger, who's in the game. Bissinger. Cross back for the Panthers. Izzy will slow it down. Loops it behind the goal now for a Panther back there. Gabby Consigli, Franklin, everybody with a touch. Callie Joyce. Another player in the game for Franklin right now is going to be Claire Michelle. In front, a shot there and a foul. This is going to be a free look for the Panthers. I believe this is going to be for Franklin. Ruby Risgen with the free hit. Free start outside the arc, the 8-meter mark. Arc. She comes through, she shoots, and she scores. A nice goal by Ruby Risgen. Makes it 17-4. Goal comes at 5:47. Ruby Risgen gets on the board and joins the scoring parade for Franklin. So Franklin has opened up a 13-goal lead again. They had it 16-3, then 16-4, now back to 17-4. 4 goals in this half for Franklin, 3 for Attleboro. So it's a fairly competitive second half. Franklin, though, has sprinkled its lineup with a lot of subs. I imagine Attleboro has probably done the same. Contact there, and Franklin controls, and they'll get it out. In the game now is Olivia Robleski for Franklin. She with it. Down behind the X. Franklin looking for cutters. Lovell in front. Ball is taken away and controlled by Big Blue as Cutish try to get off a shot. Here comes Attleboro to midfield and beyond with 4:34 left. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Franklin on defense still. Attleboro will have it. Remember, their next game Wednesday night at 5:30 against Bishop Feehan here at Piscini Stadium. Hope to see you there. Mia Collins takes a bump, and another bump, now a foul called. The foul is called here against Risgen, and now they're going to call a violation. They're going to call a violation against Attleboro, and Franklin will have it deep in their own end. Some checking there by Attleboro. Trying to check up was Kaya Hannon, but Franklin takes it. Out near midfield with 3:46 to go. Ball on the turf, picked up on a dead run by Franklin's Claire Michelle. So Franklin getting a lot of subs here in the fourth period. Floated out for another new look Panther. That is Olivia Robleski. Back out top for Emma Bissinger. Also in the game now is Kylie Silvestri. This is Silvestri with it, Kylie. Fakes the handoff and retains possession. Now she gets it out. Coming through, the shot there. The whistle stops play just before the shot. No goal. It was pumped home by Claire Michelle, but they called the foul. Twice this happened to the Panthers. The whistle stops play, and then the goal is scored. It won't count with 2:40 to go. But a good, clean look here, a free positional start for Franklin. And this is going to be taken by Emma Bissinger. Bissinger, number 7. She charges. She shoots. It bounces away from Peyton McAuliffe on the turf. It's behind the goal, and McAuliffe will pick it up and put it in her net with 2:19 to go in the game. Franklin on top, 17-4. Attleboro trying to clear their own zone. They can't. They go back to their goalkeeper. It was dangerous. If that had gone in, it would have been goal in their own net, but they do clear it. And out comes Attleboro across midfield with a good run-up on the left. Franklin on the ride out defensively. In the game for the Panthers now is Kendall Moan. Moan usually in on draws, playing full way right now. Ball is mishandled down low for a moment by Collins, picked up by her. And she'll take it back out deep with 1:36 to go. The steal by Franklin on a beauty by Emma Bissinger. Emma with some space. She's going to pass it upfield. It's ahead of the intended target. It's going to roll down to a Attleboro Big Blue player. Out to midfield with 1:15 to go. Wide open Lacrosse now for both teams. Coming through now, Attleboro. It's Cavallini. Back for Collins. Mia gets through 2, gets through 3, and she's fouled, and she's going to have a free positional hit with 58 seconds to go in the game. 17-4, Franklin on top. Franklin on defense, and that's a goal there. That's a goal scored by Mia Collins. Makes it 17-5. Collins with the hat trick. She's got 3 of their 5. Stokes has 1 other goal, and Cavallini has another as well. That might do it. 17-5. Collins does score. In the second half, all even. 4 goals apiece. Most of the subs in on the action with 15 seconds to go here in the game. 17-5 is your score. The draw is won by Juliana Owen, and she's fouled, and Franklin will have it to run out the clock with 4 seconds to go. And Franklin will just sit on it here. Backpedaling it out is Claire Michelle, and Franklin wins it 17-5. The Franklin High Panthers on a roll here today. They continue their winning ways. They're now at 13-1 on the season, and they're 10-0 in the Hawk. And Attleboro drops to 6-7 on the season, 6-5 on the Hawk. Next up for Franklin, Wednesday here at 5:30 against rival Bishop Fian High School. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Remember, our leading goal scorer today, we believe, was Clara Blogensteiner with 6. I'd like to thank our producer, our director, our camera operator today, Meredith Robertson, among the first to arrive and the last to leave. This is Pete Roy saying so long for Piscini Stadium on the campus of Franklin High School on a beautiful day here in the spring. The final score for the final time, Franklin Girls Lacrosse 17, Attleboro Girls Lacrosse 4. Till next time, so long, neighbors.